All right, and welcome back to Cross Channel. I have an hour or two today. Considering where we left off yesterday, I hope everything we can fit everything that I want to see in 1 hour, 1 to 2 hours. We left on a high note yesterday. No, not that one. I thought I tried going to school, so I left the house. Yoko-chan was there. Huh?
おはよう。
This is different. This is different. Especially coming off from like the flashback to his past and the things they did together. She was a little frightened. Maybe I teased her too much. I won't do anything in the midst of this extraordinary situation. I gestured for her to come over. A smile. Don't stay over there. Come over here. Yoko-chan was reassured a little and came closer. I pinched her cheek. I had reflexively done something disagreeable, but as expected, her expression hadn't changed. Her poker face seemed almost fed up, maybe because it had no heart in it. Ohayo?
嘘つき。
Yep, she's right. Because I'm arabesque. Pronounce that bad.
ピカレスクって言いたいんだと思う。痛い。
She felt pain without changing her expression. I can't forgive myself for making such a simple mistake.
だったら自分をいじめればいいのに。あ、それ痛い。すごく。
It wasn't acting like it hurt. So, what's wrong? It's rare for you to show yourself in the daytime like this. I thought you lived hidden away in the darkness.
これ
A paper bag. Women's underwear.
いるの？
Well, do I? The human I am is too impulsive.
部屋のタンスにいくらでも入っているけど。
No, since they aren't freshly stripped. Jesus Christ.
わかった。
She took hers off. It's okay. I don't need it. It's over. It's over for Yoko, man. She just straight up removed her underwear freshly for him, but he's like, nah, man. Anyway, if you just yank it off like that, it'll be sold at auction with an attached picture.
嫌かも。
You might have to indulge in masturbation with 4 pairs of shorts on your head until you have bracelets of soiled underwear on both wrists.
それならいいけど。
Are you sure? She said it like it was nothing. Come on now. Aren't you a third-year high schooler? Pull yourself together.
してるもの。
No, you aren't. You're missing something.
心外。大地はぽやっとしてる。
This is the age when I want to do that. Puberty and all. Then I confirmed the contents of the paper bag. Sandwiches? There were a lot of them.
生ものは可能な限り保存食にしたので、余った分で。
You made them? That's right. With the people, fruits and vegetables are just...
当面は。ただ、畑や温室をいくつか管理しておくから、二人が生きる程度ならどうということは。
I like how she's only thinking in terms of like only the two of them. Of course, considering everything, man. Considering everything we saw. There are 8. I spoke with a raised finger. That's not a good way to think. Your humanity will break. Didn't we decide to reserve life?
うん。
She nods honestly, but in the end, she'll only mechanically carry out what I say. It provoked me quite a bit. Thank you. I'll take these. There might be a bit too much, though. I had a feeling that her facial muscles moved under my fingers. So much, it's like a double portion. I had a feeling that her facial muscles moved under my fingers. If I'm not touching her, I can hardly read any of her subtle changes in expression. So much, it's like a double portion. I tried saying it again. I had a feeling her facial muscles moved under my fingers. A vicious thought. this double portion of sandwiches. I will surely. What the? Give me a second. I don't remember this. So. What? Wait, give me a second. What the hell? Eat them by myself. Okay. Okay, I'm a little confused. So technically, okay. I'll eat that by myself, thank you. Her facial muscles relax. Wow, these look good. I quickly took a bite. Yup, good. She gave a small sigh. But if this was supposed to be my lunch, you could have just left it on my desk. The power plant? You couldn't go there? I didn't understand. She was silent. Damn it. She's always like this, only giving the rough outline. Because she only speaks the minimum words needed for her to understand something. I could ask her about it, but it took time to reach understanding, going from inaccurate doubts and questions on my end. Oh, you mean you went and confirmed it? That far away? Ah, I see. It's true that whatever happens to the power plant could be dangerous. So you came to report that. She nodded. I see. Gokuro. She nodded. Happily, if only a little. I removed my hand. Her white, china-ware cheek was red and slightly swollen. Even so, what did she mean by, I couldn't go? Did she mean she physically couldn't reach it because of a landslide or something? The facility is needed, but the land around it is a difficult terrain. But saying for sure that it's safe, that's what getting confirmation is. What do you mean you couldn't go there? She left. At a brief moment, my eyes had left her. Later, when I started walking down the hill, whoop, the sound of tires scraping against the ground, a sign of danger. You think that'll work? I jumped back gracefully. I rotated. I was blown away with hollow wirework. Without losing any energy, when crashing my face into the ground, I rolled forward and collided into the trees by the side of the road in the posture of Sachihoko. A Sachihoko is a mythical tiger-headed carp, usually depicted with its tail raised up in the air. How do you know my name? Huh? The girl's eyes met mine. I forgot. In my amnesia. A long time ago, she saved my life. Is she shoot Taichan for incidental or shoot? For example, anything in wrestling that isn't staged. It refers to the posture that challenges one head on, the most typical of the typical. I can only permit something on a slightly mysterious level, you hear? Like a childhood friend Chan who promised to marry you 10 years ago returning. I inform her with a hard-boiled tone. A cute girl. Though she's a little weird. Or should I say, she's obviously weird. But she's cute. Failure is a human. Am I going to sexually harass someone I just met? Every damn time. This guy. And... Bresket. There's a sensation. But what is this feeling? Could this be silicone? Don't tell me it's silicone. Oh, she just sent me flying. So, what's your name?
立ち直るの早いね。
I'm used to this.
ナナカと申します。
Nanaka-chan.
ナナカちゃん。
She held up her skirt in the refined greeting pose. I did the same. Mirrored. An idiot's reflection was the scene I'd made. Anyway, I'm going to school, so let's start walking.
オッケー。
A uniform I'd never seen before. It's not from any neighboring school. She seemed to have good motor skills. Even though I'm walking at slow speed, she's matching my pace without faltering. She came across as a lively, energetic childhood friend type pretty girl who'd come and wake me up every morning.
あん
Wonderful.
まり動揺してないのかな。世界がこんなことになっちゃって。
It does. There's no way it wouldn't. I'm just not letting it show. The fewer people there are, the more I become like myself. But I'm holding on for now because I know everyone's still here.
そっか。大地は自分が嫌いなんだね。
Not that I hate myself. I don't really know. I really don't know anyone. I'm just thinking about trivial things all the time. It's a little painful. Nanaka made a sad face. Oh, we can't have that. I tried going against the situation by being funny. I decided that I will only make girls cry with sexual harassment. I wiped the corner of her eye.
泣いてないってば。
You look like you were about to.
セクハラでってのが最低だな。
That's an expression of love. What's the term? Snuggle with a struggle. Anyway.
エッチないたずらが？
Yes. I puffed up my chest. I performed perverted pranks with an atmosphere of admiration for something beautiful. After all, no matter how formulaic an individual, it is that person's one and only. Because that's how humans are. Besides, I have no right to love people with a serious face. I just let something slip. Even then, since I'm human, there are extremely rare times without any context where my guard falls. What to do? What to do?
その意見は初めて聞いたな。
The first time? Have we really met before?
あるよ。
A face hiding loneliness. When?
さあ、
So, it's a secret.
そうなるかな。
If you don't come clean, I'll flip your skirt.
そしたらまた突っ込んであげる。大地は好きだもんね。
Formidable. She won't be moved by sexual harassment. I give up.
おや、
It's boring to flip the skirt of someone who won't be moved by it. The Kurosa Taichi-sama, whose merit lies in superficial and hollow dialogues, has spoken on the serious topic. And so I walked on.
寂しいね。
I heard her voice from far behind me. Something felt wrong. I turned around. An impossible distance. Nanaka had been next to me until 3 seconds ago. 20 meters. Not a distance one could traverse in an instant. What?
大地！
She screamed. A grievous echo. It hit my heart. This time Nanaka was crying.
それがいいことなのかどうか、私にはわからないけど、世界を全てを元に戻したいって望むとしたら。
A white fingertip shot out, pointing to me. No, there's something behind me. The school. No, the mountains. There was a mountain path that we used during the campout. There are lots of animals in that path, but it reaches the summit quickly. And at the end of it, there's a hokora. I don't know what's enshrined there. A small, old, decayed hokora. A place that might be dedicated to an unworshipped god. No one goes near it anymore. There's something there. I returned my gaze to Nanaka in order to ask her a trivial question. She disappeared, along with her bike. The cicadas weren't chirping, a quiet new term. Go to school. Why is it that if you try to go to the Hokara early, never mind. After climbing several hills, I reached the shopping district. There was no sign of anyone. I could see the Tasaki shop. I peeked inside the store with a certain expectation, but I couldn't feel anyone breathing in there. Just stare out. Tasaki groceries have been left empty for a while now. The owner of this local shop, Mr. Tasaki Goichiro, is an unparalleled railway maniac. He often drifted out of the store to take pictures at some far-off railway line. He forces me to look at his pictures every once in a while, but they're not the least bit interesting. I'm a child of today who doesn't embrace any fantasies about trains. The store remains open when its owner is gone. A profligatedly empty store. He failed to become employed at Japan Railways in his 20s and sunk to being a Yankee from a past age. This idiocy continued until he was 30. But after his parents' deaths, his facial features became richer. Could it be said that something other than his inheritance changed the fundamentally wild, coarse railway nerd into a decent person? Anyway, that man with the current excess of disposable income has one of the few remaining businesses. It serves as a local store for the neighboring residents. That's why it wasn't rare for there to be no people here. Come to think of it, my throat's a little dry. I went to the back of the store and took out a bottle of green tea. I took out a notepad and scribbled on it. Green Tea King, 130 yen, Korosa Taichi. Perfectly flat. I saw the several other notes that had already been put up. Anyway, we saw this before. Oh yeah, we did buy an awful lot here during the campout. When we returned from the campout, all the people in the town had disappeared. Television, radio, all forms of media had gone silent, just as utilities such as electricity and water had stopped. Everyone was paralyzed, because right before us was a conflagration of emotions far too heavy to put up on a shelf. We were tired and in no mood to talk about it. We deferred the arising and split up. And now today, the new term. I've been trying to attend school normally. I opened the door. An isolated presence poured out, caressing my cheeks. The window seat. The girl was resting her chin on her hand. She gave me a single glance. Beautiful, long hair, being maintained by a level of care that could be called paranoia. It was in dangerously good order. I could tell by close inspection. Controlled by an iron fist. Not a single fray or split end had been allowed. It's light to touch, and if I had threaded my fingers through it, it'd flow like grains of sand. The first time I met her, she'd been wearing an invincible armor. The invisible breastplate of an unapproachable atmosphere. There must be a lot of reasons. The fact that this is the Gunjo Institute. Her shrill, noisy classmates. Her corpse-like classmates. Boys and girls who could only see their own world. There were very few people who could materialize a respectable conversation with those kids. So few you could count them. Emotionless guards standing everywhere. A classroom world caricatured to the point of frenzy. A crafty and villainous worldview resembling the act of releasing clockwork toys upon a mountain of corpses. For Kirihara Toko, who lived therein with an adaptation coefficient of 46, there was a need to protect the remaining 54%. I know this is a repeated line, but I just realized that her coefficient is higher, is one of the higher ones, at least the ones that are mentioned. Of course, not as high as like our guy, but like, you know, the rest are like within the 20 at 17, 30, but you know, who knows? Maybe Kitty and Miki is like, I don't know, 50, 60, I don't know. Anyway, self-consciousness was maintained by avoiding the company of others. For that reason, her decision at the beginning of the entrance ceremony was correct. Excuse me. Toko still resembles who she was back then. Ostentation, bravado, and vanity. You could say that there's all there was to the person known as Kirihara Toko. Wow, you really came. Her line of sight moved back outside the window. With timing that made her intent perfectly transparent, she was fully prepared to ignore me. Okay, talk to Toko this time around. You got here fast. And yet, you're in casual wear again. There were virtually no regulations at Gunjo. If there was any sort of obstacle, it was left to the guards. There was no need for students to judge themselves, which is why the decision to have a school uniform was practically meaningless, even for the one and only Gunjo. They couldn't force a girl at that age to change into the uniform. It was to distinguish herself from others. That was undoubtedly Toko's determined resistance. I'd like to see your Moe Moe uniform look. It's rare for a character to be this well suited to ignoring people. Toko, being in this situation, forms a perfect picture. I sat down in the adjacent seat and stared at her profile, forever without boredom.
なんなのよもう
He suddenly stood up. Hey, works of art don't talk.
何言ってるの
Remain beautiful.
わけわかんない
You keep ending your sentences with ever so, like some old hag. Now stop talking or you'll ruin the image.
なんですって
This is hopeless. Said, Nandeste? The depth of a work of art. I've lost interest. I tried shrugging my shoulders the same way Americans do when pretending that the oppressive notion of the world justice had been thoroughly eradicated. I grant you the alias Destroyer of Art.
いらない
How nice. Picasso was often told the same thing. Guess you won't get anything amazing.
いらない
I whistled. That's ever so scary.
ですわなんて言ってないでしょ
Use something other than double exclamation marks all the time.
どんな諌め方なのよ
Hoo.
バカにしてんのバカにしてるのよねバカにして
Ignition complete.
普通会話っていうのは有効な証じゃないわけあんたのはただバカにする目的でアプローチしてるだけじゃないのよおバカなあんたがどうして私をバカにできるの信じられないし信じたくもないし信じさせたくもないわよ
You're burning well. You're the best. When I focused my ears with great interest, Togo's right hand grew hazy. An unexpected palm slap. I was beaten down. I fell over such a grand scale that unoccupied desks and chairs got involved. Just what I'd expect from the martial art Harakiri fist. He had no openings.
大体あんたたちみたいなピッパラリーと私は住む世界が違うの私がここにいるのは間違いであんたたちが私のそばにいることも間違いなの
Literally token for people with weak minds. I like how they have their own terms for some shit, you know. Isn't that redundant? Literally appears to be a combination of the onomatopoeia P for electronic beeps and the word paralysis. It is most likely meant to imply paralysis of the neurons in the brain.
さあ
The hysteria of a non-virgin is painful to watch. Her face tightened.
あんたがそれを言うわけ？
Is there something wrong about it? I played dumb while cleaning my ears.
まずいも何も
A slightly muffled voice.
遥かなる次元を超えて
She slowly raised her head. I was happily beaten out of the room. If I open this door, I'll be on the roof. She'll definitely be there. Even though I'm only opening a door, I felt myself hesitate slightly. The campout I knew all too well had failed. I'd forced Senpai to rush out into it. I'd anticipated it would hurt her. I'd anticipated it, but I didn't think about it. And now here I am again, trying to use Senpai for the sake of bringing peace to my heart. I wondered how I should behave around her. But humans are creatures of mood, and this morning I was in the mood to come here. That's enough of an explanation for me. But what will Senpai think? That bothered me a little. I twisted the knob and pushed the iron door outward. The wind blew. It was blowing at the moment I stepped outside, but that mysteriously put me in a sunny mood. A massive water tower was on the other side of the stairs, but in the direction I was facing, a large antenna rose up, sharing the tower's foundation. An antenna, still incomplete, due to insufficient parts and knowledge. Compensating for that, with her optimism, it had slowly taken shape. No, it might have been her pessimism. That sort of thing happens now and then. Before the campout, she was all alone. I knew that this club was her final bastion to flee to, and yet again, even now she's fleeing to that bastion. Miyasumi Misato. And right now, Misato-senpai is standing with the antenna, cradled in the wind. Senpai! As I called out to her, her fan-shaped hair undulated in the wind. A brown cape was swimming in the ultramarine sky.
Peke-kun?
If I cleared my ears, I could hear her voice call my name, along with the movement of her soft crimson lips. I may have only been able to hear her whispering in that sudden gust of wind because of the cocktail party effect, but something wouldn't stop giving me visions that I share a peculiarity with Senpai. A happy hallucination. I walked up to her. Senpai was smiling. My face bloomed naturally. Our lines aside followed each other with mutual affection. And then as I was enveloped in a womb of soft contemplation, the truth, which made it yet more painful by the miraculous and refined nature of Miyasumi Misato, became understood even within the deepest reaches of the Mariana Trench. I could see her panties. I could see them! I could see them! All of them. All of them. I'm seeing all of her panties. I must ask someone if I suddenly traveled to the country of panty flashes. She hasn't even noticed. I can't stand us. Long live the Republic of Pantyland. Our wonderful country. Great country. Eternally.
Peke-kun? Peke-kun, Peke-kun. もしもし？どうかしましたか？
Crap, my consciousness flew away again. No, there's nothing abnormal. Yes, perfectly normal all the way down to my nails.
でもよだれ垂れてますよ。
I'll kokumet seppuku. I took off my shirt.
ちょっと、どうしてよだれごときで切腹です？
Abstain, senpai.
よくわかりません。
It's better that way.
それよりどうしてここに？授業はどうしたんです？
Glasses. I returned to my senses and looked into senpai's eyes.
わかりました。サボりですね。
She raised her index finger. What a girl. She's the same as
図
always.
星でしょう。
Well, her usual thoughts and actions. She's derailed. She's not accepting it. The reality of humanity's disappearance. Everything else is normal.
サボるなんて感心しませんね。
Yesterday, when we had split up after the camp out, the impression I've gotten from her words then was correct.
明日 部活がありますから。
Such a simple form.
夏休みも終わって新学期、気が抜けたコーラみたいな気持ちを引きずっていてはいけません。踏まずたゆまず姿勢を正して授業に、そして課外活動に励むのが日本男児の美徳というものでありましょう。
It was as if she could bring herself good fortune, but rejecting the opinions of her observers. She's the only fortunate
と
one.
はいえ、初日に授業があるわけでもありませんし、これくらいにしておいてあげます。
That's right. If she's happy, that's all that matters. The person everyone wishes to become isn't always noble or virtuous. It's not like I'm measured by how much I force my standards on others. Rather, am I not defective merchandise? I'll permit it and coordinate with it. Her fleeing, because she was the one who, when I was all alone, invited me to the broadcasting club.
それに、実は私もサボりです。
Senpai stuck out her tongue a little. I ordered myself with full will of my body. Play the part. Gah! Senpai's eyes shrunk. Her usual
ちょっ
smile.
とお待ちください。
She stepped down. When her toes touched the ground, we were back to our past selves. Senpai, listen to this! With my ultimate martial art of karate, I took the stance for a mid-level straight punch. Mid-level straight punch, a horizontal punch. Omnidirectional attacks are key to karate, and the straight punches are essentially good at controlling all regions, other than the back. Likewise, there exists up and down karate moves unimaginable in common martial arts. Although it's certain that there is no life form on Earth who could compete with such heavenly rending attacks, the prepared had no laments. In the unlikely event such an enemy appeared, karate would be the one and only means of resistance. All the world is a metagame. Don't worry about the fact that my being on all fours makes this look like a sumo stance.
何ですか？
Senpai also took some incomprehensible stance. I wanted to start participating in the club. I've been skipping all the way up until now.
何ですって？
From school swimsuits to Ascos cameras. Kurosu Taichi will support the life of your club.
想像するだにめまいがしますね。
Delightful.
褒めているように聞こえましたか？
I made no effort to understand it any other way.
すっごく頭いいです。あまりにも良すぎたため、一回転してもはやおバカちゃんに戻ったのではないかと疑いました。
Geniuses and I are merely a paper's width apart. We both amuse ourselves with this weird conversation and these weird poses. Yes, now, this is a club. Now, please give an order to me, your love slave, such as rubbing oil on you, then giving you a bust massage, or harvesting a field of wild strawberries.
ああ、
I got full of myself and ran my mouth off into something perverted. Senpai is strict about perversion, not that she knows much about it. The senpai smiled wide, as if she was happy. Did she not notice my sexual harassment just now? The angel's lips told me. I had felt the mercy of the Holy
こ
Father.
こからいなくなれ。
Laying my hands on Chinese stock was the start of my decline. I screamed something raw and fresh to the expansive and innocent blue sky on the other side of the fence. Well, it's not like there are any Chinese folk who can crack a smile because they aren't starving to the point where they need to eat gas. The antenna seems to be taking shape.
頑張りました。
Our conversation naturally continued. That's how firm the relationship was between myself and Senpai. It won't break for something like world annihilation. Is it complete yet?
まだ全然なんですよ、これ。
The antenna should have been set up by the dealer, but they just abandoned it here after delivering it.
専門家じゃありませんし、だましだまし組み立ててます。本体はいいとしても、配線や調整は手つかずですし。
Unfortunately, I had no such knowledge. Then, I guess there's nothing for me to help with other than indecency.
いやらしいサポートとかしたら定額にしますよ。
My head was being petted. Gear, I purred.
よしよし。そういった擬声語や擬態語ティックな言葉を頻繁に口走りつつ、分かりやすく赤面したり、焼きもち焼いたり、過去のトラウマを適度に明かしていってくれるだけでいいんですよ。
I'm going to become incredibly materialistic.
大衆がそれを望むんですよ。
I hate the masses. Not that they exist anymore. I snuck a peek at Senpai's hand and noticed that it was covered in small wounds. Ah! I took her hand. You're covered in wounds.
ああ、そうですね。
This is because you're doing it all alone. She looked away as if upset. Wouldn't it be better to have everyone work on this?
みんなでって。
Senpai lost her words for a moment. Come on, it's a club. Won't that make you feel better?
でもですね、それはさすがにきついのではないかと。
We can do it. We just have to use the appropriate pawns to capture them. Just as the frog takes the slug while suggesting the snake the employment to avoid being eaten by it. It is the vital importance to form human society with precise human resources that can strike at the vital points of the task. Theoretically, you can achieve dominance by placing on the stage pieces you can use via friendship, as long as you're willing to pay their prices. Of course, there are new requisites mixed in, such as promotion and arrangement of the manager along with the complications of managing obedience to the continuing chart. If you go that far, then there will come a need to touch the Machiavellism at some point. Again, regarding the existence of methods which grant uplift, drama, and theatrics through the open political deception as recorded in Mein Kampf. Jesus Christ, Mein Kampf again. I would like to refrain from touching on the view that they desire those fortunate hallucinations to be there, for them to accept, but for the sake of bringing to fruition a Third Reich. This guy's so random. I know this is the second time he said this, but like, Jesus Christ. Senpai's body was quivering.
君がすっごく邪悪っぽいです。
Indeed. Due to the recent times desiring unsubstantial loquacity and adapting to our circumstances in order to make us read time-wasting books, I've already begun playing back like a recording, even though I should just be honest in front of Senpai. At that point, I began to trick her. My head!
大丈夫ですか？
It hurts. Oka-san!
しっかり。
I fell over into Senpai's chest. Somehow, a super intelligent outer space being called Omrus had just come to eat away at the parallel space history by becoming the ergosphere using the wisdom of the SS.
よくわからないですけど、いい子のままでいてください。
Get out. Get out of me.
出ていけ。
To join forces with me. Oh. You saved me. That resolved the spiritual threat to the universe.
すごく早い展開で助かります。
Oh no. Feelings of thanks reach us for the seventh world.
少し不思議。
That makes me the usual Tai Chi. Tai Chi exercise to increase Tai Chi's appeal.
お疲れ様です。
Now, what shall we do?
そうですね。じゃあ、冷たい飲み物でも持ってきてくださいますか？
Okay. Wait, that's it?
ええ、他には特に。
Thinking. Am I in your way by chance? Senpai waved her hands frantically.
そんなことないですよ。ただ、私が個人でやっていることですし、他の人を巻き込む必要ないなって。
She was silent. Senpai's club is something only for her. That sentence passed through the back of my mind.
私は好きなことやってるだけです。みんなと同じに。
Everyone. They're not all doing what they love, you know.
そうですか？
I think so. Doko, for instance. Is there really a need for her to come to school? When we came back from the camp out, and all people had disappeared. We were cut off from civilization, without radios or phones or internet, unable to use water or electricity or gas. We don't even know the cause of all this. We're just a bunch of powerless boy meets girls. All we can do is repeat our daily lives. We can't have adventures or investigations. Those shouldn't be done. They'll only paralyze our hearts. Especially for us, as people of Gunjo. Under the current situation, the only people who haven't received mental damage would have to be Yoko-chan. Also, that girl. Huh? I don't know. What I know is, she's something else. In the same way as Yoko-chan. Just that feeling of something being wrong. For the current me, that's the limit. That aside, Yoko-chan shouldn't be disturbed by something like humanity disappearing. There's nothing to do besides repeat how we were living up to now. Oh, he brought it up. Senpai's face was great. I beamed with even greater joy. That's why I tried coming to school. And Harakiri Toko came too.
桐原さんも
She was sitting at her seat, looking around aimlessly.
そうですか
Well, Sakuraba and Tomoki will probably show up sooner or later. Those guys are very nearly healthy though.
そうだといいですね
She hesitated a bit, then lowered her eyes. I could tell she was pushing herself. She was doing her best to look bright and cheerful. My heart hurt. And then, if there's something I can help with, please say so.
はいぜひに
Below the summer sun, I left, leaving Senpai. I opened the iron door and entered the building. I turned around to see her watching me go. The cicadas are noisy. Okay. At least they allow you to skip things you already seen before. Nope, none. I dropped my hips and lowered my line of sight. The kick came. I readied a karate style, mid-level block. Between my arms, her fingernails softly penetrated my guard. Huh? Impossible. I hit to the jaw. What? I was speechless. Ah?
よかった気がつきましたか
By the way, did I end up skipping too much by doing this? Because the moment I saw like brown, I was like, I don't think there will be too much new content. I don't know. I felt like there because we're repeating stuff, man. I don't know, man. Even this is like I've seen this before. No, maybe I don't know. Oh well, I should have tested it first, okay? But I'm willing to skip the what we saw. How long was I out?
1分経ってないですよ
Did I lose to Miki? I hit my knee.
でもすごく油断してらしたじゃないですか
No, that was because there was no other choices for me. It probably would have been the same even if my life had been at stake. Yes, this is also something we saw before.
パンツに命よ
I wagged my finger. Seeing panties currently being worn by an inexperienced girl in real life.
気が生んだ
As it, watch this! My loving fingers grabbed the edge of my beloved pupil's skirt, but her fingers got in the way. Ha! You blocked it! Shock. Tell everyone you earned your license. I grabbed my knees and curled up like a fried shrimp. With that, I'll retire, yes.
自由とか言うし
She rocked me back and forth.
師匠元気出してくださいよ
It's okay. I'll go into seclusion.
また始まったよこの人全然なのにな
Eh? I asked like a Frenchman.
みんな普通なのに
Her voice was shaking unexpectedly. Miki me?
ほらこんなに手が震えてます
Her open hands were sweating and seemed numb from cold, almost as if she was afraid. Why?
それはもう先輩のプレッシャーみたいっぽいやつに当てられて小心者のミキはビビりまくりなわけですよ。だから元気出してください。
Is she comforting me? Her weird behavior bugs me, but isn't she getting fluffy? Okay, then why don't we tell everyone about your license? I punch my palm. Take out your notebook.
ああ、あれですか。なんか久々ですね。
She made a truly pained face. In fact, she seems like she's about to cry. I thought it thoroughly compoundedly. Miki took out her meat book. That's what they call the notebooks, which also doubles as the. Yeah, we're kind of repeating this line. Wait, let me see. I think we're repeating too much. I don't know if this skips everything. Let me actually check. Right over skip. Okay, so now we have that. Okay, there we go. Helper Queen. Mickey smiled brightly.
断る。
Oh, okay. This must be you. Okay, this is you. Okay, because I kept clicking this, and okay. So now we should be skipping stuff that we seen before. Ah! I was refused, truly without hesitation, not even sympathy.
先輩、血とか苦手ですよね。
Well, that's definitely true. Why do you know that? A black doubt pressed itself. Okay, yeah, okay, this is you. I don't even remember this conversation. I beat it back down to the abyss in 0.5 seconds. It's Miki. My precious Flower Chan.
先輩
That's true. I am weak against
血
blood.
ではないんですけど、絵の具が散らばってしまっているですのだ。だから掃除も大変なのですのだ。さらにこの短いスカートはかがむとパンツが見えてしまいますので、興奮した先輩に対処しながら掃除するのはとても大変ですのだ。
That's undeniable. She said it all perfectly straight. I like that. That's definitely laborious.
転戦してますよ。
That's definitely laborious.
さ
She saluted. Are you munching your meals?
あ、しているであります。
Then, as I am an adult, why don't I pull back to watch over my pupils grow from the shadows and indirectly support her?
さあ、恐縮です。
Now then, I swept my bags aside. I've been a
お
nuisance.
勤めご苦労様です。
Okay, we've seen this before. Go to the classroom. Okay. As usual, Toko was absentmindedly sitting in the classroom. Since this is her route-ish, quote unquote, we'll do less skipping if Toko's involved. Not talking to anyone, not participating in the club, just simply being there with no objective. She's correct. Fulfilled as a person. Everything had disappeared suddenly. She had inertia, but she has to power herself. It's ironic if you think about it. All the decent humans went and got annihilated, all at once, leaving only us behind. Kirihara. Dialogue. Her face became dubious for a moment, but quickly closed itself up in a private train of thought, or so it seemed. Dialogue! I moaned like a zombie. Dialogue.
なんなのよもう。
A monster dialogue. No. A monster-like dialogue. What? Whatever. Conversation, dialogue, needed. I emphasize it by adding body language.
必要ない。
It won't come to be without dialogue.
よくわかんない。話しかけないでよ。あんたは私のことなんてどうだっていいんでしょ？
That's not true. I like Kirihara when she snaps.
あれが好きな相手にすること
Yes,
嘘。
it's true.
だって、
Bro, there's something about Toko, man. She has some sort of stake with Taichi, man. She for some reason she's very emotional about him. Like, yeah, there's something, you know, maybe it's the feeling I'm getting is like as if she felt betrayed or some shit, you know. Maybe that is the situation. I don't know. She was hard pressed for words.
話しかけないで。
Her furious argument halted for a moment, an incomplete combustion. Are you telling me not to talk to you with such a bitter tongue that just makes me want to talk more? But when I speak to her again, her bitter tongue once more tells me not to talk. Talk to her. Hey, Melancholio Jo-sama. Her face was horribly pale. Are you eating properly?
なんなのよさっきから。
Her mood was quickly injured. I'm seriously worried. You look pale. Even if you don't have an appetite, your body needs food. The body has swallowed roots, has shallower roots than the mind.
大きなお世話。
Aren't you good at cooking? She said that a long time ago.
ほっといてよ。
She wouldn't look at my face. You're hopeless. Come on, hold out your hand.
で
Hold it out. Toko's face filled itself with a detective suspicion. The mere fact that she's still willing to react and react right. Although a real detective wouldn't show it as if they suspected something.
また変なもの握らせるつもりでしょ。
Hey, you say that as if I've done it before. She spat out fictional saliva, sociability.
したじゃないのさ。
Huh? I overreacted.
したじゃないの、したじゃないの。ぎゅっとぎゅーっと握らせたじゃないの。
Jesus Christ, man, the level of sexual harassment with this guy. That happened? I spoke with the tone of a stupid kid.
とぼけるな。
I really don't remember it.
嘘。その顔は絶対覚えている顔。
What kind of
こ
face?
っちはまだ感触が手に残ってるのに。
The sensation still hasn't left my hand. It's so rent free for you, Toko. What the fuck? She was shaking.
大体あんた人の頭の上に乗っけたこともあったでしょ。
The top knot. Forbidden secret technique. The top knot. The taste of the aristocrat.
性犯罪者のたしなみでしょ。貴族があんなことするか。
You're an erotic aristocrat yourself, you know. Her pale face became solid white. Using my fingers.
己がやらせたんじゃ。
You win! I danced, drawing a parabola as I fell. This may be my spiritual duty, but that hurts. I got up and moved the scattered desks and chairs back into position. Toko had already returned to her former posture. Her face was made of some shaped memory alloy. What the hell is a shaped memory alloy? Aristocratic blood? Kirihara-shan. This is yet another random cutesy horrific that Taichi really shouldn't be using. A sigh. Okay. If you're going to ignore me, go right ahead. Now, give me your hand. I took her hand by force.
ちょっと。
Eat mother's flavor. 3 round candies rolled around on the palm of her hand. Be at ease. My 200 million small wonderful lives aren't inside. They're on vacation. They're on vacation.
当たり前でしょ。
Toko gripped the candies. You should be able to live for a while with enough sugar intake. Cheap jokes should also be forgiven if done 3 at a time. Even if you don't have an appetite, make sure you practice putting things in your mouth. Toko glared at her fists.
あなたはいつもそう優しいふりをしたりバカにしたり冷たくしたり怖くなったりわかんないよ
She covered her face. I'm begging you. Oh, that's her
お
line.
願いだから
She's mad at me. Alright. There was a note left on the top of the table. There might be dinner. Wait, we've seen this before. He's doing a lot of flashbacks, right? Toko was there. Come to think of it, isn't she always the first to show up here? Ohio? Cold shoulder? You're giving me the cold shoulder? Pantsu.
くどい
Would you buy my pantsu?
どうして私があなたのパンツを買わないといけないの
Toko shoved her desk aside as she stood up. You're hot-tempered in the morning. I gave her a thumbs up. Toko grabbed my thumb and jerked it sharply to one side. You Mara! What if you broke it? How am I supposed to masturbate now? I'm glad I didn't lose my whole hand.
話しかけないで
Did you watch the TV yesterday?
話しかけないで
If you tell me not to talk to you with such a bitter tongue, that just makes me want to talk more. But when I speak to her again, her bitter tongue once more tells me not to talk. Doctor. Hey, reversibly attributed competitor girl.
は
I'll give you this. I held out the sandwich from this morning. Toko stared at it in disbelief.
何これ
Sweet bean pan.
なわけないでしょサンドイッチでしょ
So, you didn't know what it is. What it was. Here.
やめて
I threw my hand off for her. The sandwich fell. I picked it up. Are you eating properly?
あんたに関係ない
She looked the other way. Isn't it painful to have no one besides yourself to worry about you?
何言ってるのかわからない
You want people to worry about you. You want them to complete you. And I, for one, do worry a little. She surely despises me.
よく言う心配してるならどうして
Okay, will we finally get answers to stuff like this? Because she's always like this, you know. She's always implying that there was. I'm curious of the stuff, you know, the stuff that between them. She suddenly stood up. I wasn't trying to make you mad or anything. I toppled over. It didn't hurt at all. After attacking me, Toko collapsed from fatigue. Hello? She was rubbing her eyes. Her face looked pale. Toko. I stooped down beside her.
呼び捨てないでよ
She seemed to be straining her voice. Her forehead was covered in sweat within moments. Or does it hurt? Look at the state you're in. Let's call a truce. Since there aren't any doctors left now. Toko!
目が見えない
Blindness! I shuddered. Anything else?
気持ち悪いフラフラする
You need to puke?
いや
Then lie on your side. I urged her. Toko didn't resist. Your
真っ
eyes?
暗
Is she blind? If so, that's okay. That's far better than a serious illness or a huge wound near her heart. Stay calm. Don't go into a panic.
大丈夫よ
Had there been any irregularities in your health over the last few days?
ない
Like pouring poison into your eyes?
ないわ
How could this happen so quickly? What happened?
ちょっと見えるようになってきた
Relief. Then it's just low blood pressure.
貧血
You're exhibiting the symptoms of low blood pressure. That's why you felt drained as well.
そう
Do you still feel drained?
ちょっと楽になってきた
Are you really eating properly? Silence means this affirmation. Don't you have any appetite? Toko slowly pulled herself back up.
夏はいつもないの。
What in summer? What is she talking about here? But, doctor, it's bad to let yourself become anemic. What did you eat today? She hasn't eaten anything. Here, sand and witch. Sandwich! The origin is a myth in which this was eaten between the sand and the witch. It's a nice image which might fool the shallow snobs that value origins and etymologies. Of course, we know it's about the Earl of Sandwich. You guys know that, right? Right? Anyway. Toko rubbed her eyes. How are your eyes?
見える。
Here we go. I grabbed Toko's hand as it moved slowly, twitching like the rising tide. There.
ペットじゃない。
Her comebacks lack force. It's handmade. The plastic wrap rustled as she removed it, and she bit down on the small corner of the sandwich.
パサパサしてる。
Aw, she looks so cute here. They were made this morning.
大きくて食べにくい。
They were made for me.
マスタード入れすぎ。
I liked it better. So, is it bad?
美味しい。
Then take your time eating it. He was sniffling. She must find it vexing. For the love of... She covered her mouth. Are you going to puke? Shook her head. She swallowed it back down.
何か飲みたい。
A water bottle. A necessity for an annihilated world. I handed it to her. She hesitated for quite a while, then put it in her mouth. Then tipped the bottle's base up. Her throat protruded, and she energetically took the water in her mouth. Are you at least replenishing your water supply?
だって水道出ない。
The Tasaki shop.
言ったけど帰る途中で転んで坂の下に全部落ちた。
Are you really that clumsy? Why not just go get more at the shop?
そしたらまたあのメモ書かないといけなくなるから人に見られたら。
Huh? Just that? Just a problem of saving face? Isn't your own life a priority? She seemed like she was about to cry. Kirihara sensei, that's just too sad.
デリケートなの。
Delicato. Delicato. Now that everyone's disappeared, the way of viewing the world should as well. She was no longer being given permission to do anything. What she's wishing for is the strength to live. She's a person wishing to be a pure individual. Her various desires are being usurped by the biological needs she despises. I didn't think Toko had those desires. No. I've known it for a long time. What the hell was that? Why did it flash red? I'm kind of scared that if I pause, I don't even know if it's something I should be cutting. You know what? I'll leave it in. Toko's learned weakness. I understood it. The girl's already at her limit. Humanity being annihilated. Her family disappearing in a huge mansion of a house. All alone. From now on, we had to live on with only the eight of us. Her silence was
み
heavy.
んな死ぬわ。
Yes, they will. There is an inescapable debt waiting for everyone. The question is when and how.
ありえないじゃない。
But it's reality. I prompted her. The world has blotted everyone else. We're the only mutual existence left.
私には耐えられない。
The way this is heading, it might be unavoidable. I've gotten involved. I wish. The relationship I wanted to build with Toko was definitely not as sweet as honey. It wasn't an option to leave this girl alone on the brink of collapse. I only had to go part way. But what if I reached the terminus? What would happen? What would I do? It's unmistakable. There's nowhere left to run. If I capitalize on this turn of events, the so-called Toko route, Toko route, all the way until the end, even if everything breaks down there. This time, I had to stay with her until her dying moment. while being tormented by the sharp pain that is highly developed culture. If there's nothing you can do to endure it, Toko reacted sensitively. She shut her mouth.
どうしても何
Oh no. Just, you can eat all of it. I stood up. You know.
うん
Toko spoke while chewing the sandwich. How do you think humanity was destroyed? She looked out the window. I didn't expect to get anything out of asking her.
滅んだんじゃないわ
She returned a terribly philosophical answer.
薄くなって消えてしまったのよ
One nice thing about living in the country, the nights aren't painfully hot. The wind slipping in through my window felt nice and cold and on my skin. Araheta. While talking to myself in moderation, I composed a diary entry. My stomach bug repeated its roar, like a lioness who reveals hostility toward her cage, even though that cage isn't where it's enclosing her.
食えよ君食えよ食うぞ
You're annoying. Is that some kind of gag?
腹減ってんだよ食えって俺だけの問題じゃねえんだぞ
I wonder who's voice acting this. It's so random. Short-tempered, I see. Go eat your own legs like an octopus from one of the Sakutaro Hagiwara poems. If you eat everything, you can become an eternal existence.
バカにしやがって舐めてんのか
So what if I am?
殴る
Just try it, imaginary figment.
見くびるなよ俺はスイートに育てられた芸能人の息子ばりに無軌道なんだぜ
Ooh, aren't you cool? But don't forget that your sweet guy persona is a powerless entertainer son waiting on the death row inside my body.
おのれ言わせておけば
And that is how a human like me can measure the mutual understanding between myself and a conceptual existence. Is what they call madness. Oh, is that so? Don't sweat it. Still, I really am hungry. Should I eat something? I went downstairs. The refrigerator's interior had been emptied. Since there's no power flow, nothing can be preserved here. I scoured the cabinets. There was no bread. There was no jerky. There were only hopes and dreams. Those were just so thoroughly useless that I just threw them away. There was pepper. There were potatoes. Taichi obtained sauce. Taichi obtained salt. Taichi obtained sugar. This is a feast! I lined them up on the table. Time to eat. Wait, how is he able to see, by the way? There's no light, so is he carrying a candle? Like, I know he lights a candle in his room, but you know. Dispose. With a sound similar to shaving, I gnawed on the raw, salted potatoes. Ooh, this is the taste of new potatoes. Nice and hard, almost like rocks. Wait, I can't eat this. Who do you think I am? I threw it. I chewed it all the way to the bud, even though it's poisonous. That's true. And then I noticed, there's no food. I was shocked. I know, if there's no bread, I can just eat cake. A nice gag which would unmistakably bring side-splitting laughter to the starving masses, because the masses are just that broad-minded. Actually, I'll order pizza. I picked up the phone. Excuse me, this is Korosu. I'd like a medium ducepi, a real word. Distorting a double cheese pizza. It's really called this. They've been annihilated. I fell down in tears. And I haven't even championed their menu yet. My life is full of regrets. That's it. There were potatoes here. I just had to steam them. I went out to the garden. With the survival manga as my guide, I prepared the rice cooker. Finish. Steaming them is a pain, so I just cooked them. This is a simple way to make potato butter. Light a fire, dance, heat some stones, give each potato a name, throw stones at the foil-wrapped potatoes while feeling broken-hearted. This increases the flavor. Wait. Cry. Wait. Wipe your tears. Wait. Overcome your sadness and grow as a person. Wait. Stop waiting. Stop your stomach bug. Take the potatoes out and move onto a plate. Butter. In lieu of that, add salt. Sweep away trivial questions like, wasn't this supposed to be potato butter? Eat. Oh, oh, ah. But they're good. I feel so alive. I saw someone collapse near the front door. But I ran to her. It was none other than Kirihara Toko. Oh. Oh, she went to him. Nice. While greedily devouring the potato, I looked down at Toko. I devoured the second potato.
誰か
Devoured the third.
さっさと助けなさいよ
She spoke. She seemed to be in pain. What's wrong?
食べ物の匂いが
You traced that smell all the way here? She had no reaction. I finished eating the third potato and then pulled Toko's body up. Toko greedily devoured the potato. You know what? Suddenly I want some baked potatoes. Shame, the potatoes I have here. I can't eat them now. I can't eat them right now. I need to buy new potatoes. I should throw them away. Anyway. Without any seasonings. With no time set aside for chewing. Furiously, dauntlessly, thoroughly eating. If I think back, Toko was always embarrassed to eat in front of people. This is rare behavior. Shinden. Shinden, newly cleared farmland. Kasai. So Kasai is a district near Tokyo. I don't know what he's making. Obviously making a reference to something, but I don't know what he's talking about. Ukajin. Ukajin was a god in the Japanese folk religions during the Middle Ages.
さっきから何なのよ
The innocent potato people who become your flesh and blood. With her cheeks stuffed full of potato, Toko made a dubious face. You need not worry about it. Their lives will be carried on. I clasped my hands in prayer. Oh, he named the potatoes, okay. Nothing, nothing. She looked at me blankly for a while. And started gnawing once more. Her limbs tightened. Here, water. I passed her a pep bottle. She gulped it down. She devoured again. This girl tries to look like an adult, but she behaves like a child. After faltering 7 or 8, flattening 7 or 8 of them, Toko finally took a breath.
落ち着いた
Bruh, he has so many potatoes at home. That's good to hear. Toko corrected her sitting posture. With her head hung low, she looked up at me, and I at her. I stared at her.
見ないでよ
She blushed and looked down. She was cute. My heart pounded a bit. No, I wasn't. You did it first, so...
お礼言おうとしてたの
Yes, go ahead. Once more.
ありがと
That was awkward. It's fine. I had no idea you were literally starving. Toko blushed even more. Was there no food in your house?
うあったけどどう調理していいかわからなくて
What? Didn't you say you're good at cooking?
ごめんなさいあれ嘘
You lie! I am. The sound of revelation.
ごめん
But didn't you make
お
bento?
手伝いさんが作ったのを私が作ったってことにして
That servant. How old was she?
45歳くらい
I got excited over an Obajan's bento.
ごめんなさ
You're horrible. I fell down in tears. Then why not go home and have some meat or canned
い
food?
缶詰って何
Oh my gosh, she's so fancy. She doesn't know what canned food is. Holy shit, she's such an ojo, man. Holy fuck. Are you serious? She doesn't know the existence of canned food? She doesn't know the words canned food? The two words canned food are not listed in Encyclopedia Toko? Well, I didn't know she was rich, but... Huh? For real? Isn't caviar a canned food? I asked while my body shook.
瓶よ。毎週木箱に詰められて外国から送られてくるの。
Every week in a bottle. What the fuck? She's so damn rich. Holy fuck, man. They eat that on a daily basis? If there's no cake, then go eat bread and caviar together, you rich bastard.
どうして怒るの？それにケーキって？
Wait. No, this is bullshit. How does a rich person not know cake? Can't be. It's being eaten by this girl who doesn't know anything of the ordinary. Oh. I personified and pitied the caviar.
泣かれても。
That's why. That's why I'm asking what happened to the proud caviar.
今週分はないわ。昨日送られてこなかったし。
What about last week?
先週は全然食べなくて未開封だったけれど。捨ててしまったわ。傷むもの。
Just like that, bro. Just like that, man. Just like that. Go to hell. I bent over backwards and fell to the ground.
どうしたの？
While maintaining the bridge, my whole body convulsed. Caviar. Thrown away, since it's perishable. Thrown away before it perishes.
力は我が。
Even though I lost all of my life savings in the Chinese stocks when I was a kid. You've been throwing away caviar.
尻滅裂でもう何が何やら。
You know, it would be funny if all this weird references about Chinese stocks was that he actually did invest in some Chinese stocks. Anyway, that's why rich people... Toko hid her face.
お金なんてもう意味ないじゃない。
Well, that is true.
クロスは料理できるからいいよね。
Sure about cooking. All I did was roast these. Anyone can do that. Though I do hold the power. A Saito Takao is a manga author. Most famous for the series Go Go 13. I heard about it, but I never read this, so I can't comment.
面倒になってくる。ただ生きるために努力しないといけないなんて。
Wait a second. There was a line mentioned earlier about him holding a survival manga. Okay. A statement of the rich. The girl's house had servants, specifically maidos. Toho Ojo-sama. Sumari, she was automatically kept alive without doing anything herself. Kirihara can't live on her own.
さい。
A forceless refutation is a set. You automatic girl.
ねえ。
Hmm?
ここに住んでるため？
I doubted my ears. She's really weakening. I know I've said that before, but it's true that she has no one else to rely on. But necessity, she came to me. Ugh, complicated. Think about it. By the way, think about that in the previous route. You know, she wasn't eating. I don't know how she was surviving that long, man. Because holy shit. After all, Toko and I... agonizing. It's all good. The one who put the idea for it was surprised.
いいの？
There's no way I can let Toko starve to death.
今のまま。
Otherwise, the hungry Tarakiri will, possessed by the temptation of food, will be released from the bonds of this world. I defended myself. No attack came.
すぐ着替えとか持ってくるから。
What?
すぐ戻るから。
She ran away. Uetsu! I grabbed her ankles. Toko kissed the ground. Good thing this was grass. Good thing this is grass. We drew near each other to our true intentions.
鼻が毎日洗濯バサミで高くしている。
Wait.
鼻が。
She shapes her nose. What? You done that?
何すんのよ。
Are you really going to live here?
住むわよ。もう決めたの？
Yet you won't even show your shame. When it comes to others, you're a competitive girl who beats the crap out of everyone. But your sculpted features aside, around me you shall be a strange and conveniently flattering heroine.
意味がわからないわ。
I brushed my bangs aside. Even though you were praiseworthy until just a moment ago.
現地を取ったらもう塩らしくする必要なんてないでしょ。
You tricked me!
警察がいないなら刀も堂々と持ってこられるわね。
The demon had a Kiri blade in my house? Someone! There's a warrior girl here who's incredibly good with her blade.
誰かなんてもういないでしょ。
That's right.
だいたいよく考えたらこれは正当な権利じゃない。
Huh?
ダメだって言うなら返してよ。
My hand was broken true. I've already returned the 18-year-old perverted little sister next
エ
door.
ロビデオなんて貸してない。もっと大切なものよ。ほら、返して。
Something more important. I should have returned extreme school bloomer twirls too.
マニアビデオも貸してない。私の大切なもの、あなたが奪ったでしょ。
I nodded deeply. What was it?
違法なのあなたは。処女よ。
What? 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 What are we talking about here? What? What? Huh? I literally woke up. What? Heyman?
鼓膜を張り替えろ。
Yeah! Reckless courage bursting explosion.
とにかく住むの住みまくるの。住み込んで住み上げて住み抜くの。もう決定可決。
Man, she's so cute. Fucking Ojo's, man. She didn't know what I mean. You got a majority with only half?
すぐに荷物持ってきてやるんだから。
She turned on her heels. Wait.
まだ何か？
Is there nothing I can do to stop this? Somehow, I'm starting to see your point. Yeah, okay.
ブツブツ言ってる。
Okay, I'll recognize your immigration. However, it doesn't have to be today. Why not tomorrow? I'll have to clean my room after all.
そうね。
If you wait until tomorrow, I'll help you carry your stuff.
本当？
Oh man, she's dead. Holy fuck, holy man. I'm not ready for this sprite. Holy shit. Anyway, Toko's smile suddenly turned on. Yeah, my acting skills have.
どっちにしてもすぐ帰って用意しないと。
Yeah.
帰るわ。
She left with a spring in her step.
じゃあ明日ね。普通に学校に行くから。
Hi.
ちゃんと来てね。
Hi. Toko was getting smaller and smaller. The whole time I was waving my hand. This is getting troublesome. Think about it. Yoko was watching this the whole time. I can imagine she was watching the whole time. I entered the classroom.
大地。
She ran up to me. Her attitude and vigor seemed to say, "Will you eat now or take a bath?" Ofuro. Or I forget the whole line, man. Anyway. Soretama. Anyway, I will eat while entering the bath.
うん？
Ohayo.
おはよう。
You really
そ
came.
りゃ来るわよ。
Your belongings?
いえ。だから帰り付き合って。
You just know. Whoa! Inui, perhaps? This must be what it feels like to be a 20-year-old playboy. Hasn't played enough yet, but somehow got himself married.
荷物何持っていこうかなって思っていろいろ探したの。そしたら古い写真が出てきたのよ。
He said happily. Oh, an old picture. I still have a lot of them too, if that's what you want.
本当？取っておいてくれたんだ。
If she meant an old, prohibited hair picture collection, then yes, I do have a lot. I'm not
捨
lying.
てなくてよかった。壁に貼ろうと思うの。壁が埋まっちゃうくらいあったわよ。
Oh, Bro, she melted so much, man. What the fuck is this? I can't handle this, man. She melted so much. I tried being surprised. Bro, I'm not ready for this. It's the Cinderella. It's the Cinderella effect, man. You meet the Darius side, man. Fuck. She folded her arms around mine. Rapid development. Damn it. This girl really is. I took an item out of my tool bag. Taichi's goods. A canvas backpack is also called the Taichi bag. There are many secret tools in it. Without a moment's delay, I equipped it. Look at this, Kirihara. The noblewoman strained her eyes. Toko deciphered the words. That's right. From my position, I see the grave influence that stupid couples exert on their surroundings and make every effort to control their firm, unregulated attitude. Unfold your arms. I shook her off. Refrain from public displays of senseless affection. What? All you need to do was like tell her to be like, no, you don't have to be uptight anymore, and you don't need to be uptight anymore, and then feed her some food, and now she's following you like a cat. You know when you feed a cat and it starts following you home, yeah, something like that. There are a few. She was unsatisfied. Kirihara, you're good as a reverse competitive girl.
Huh?
But you're going way too far with the sweetness. You had too much juice. Go on with more thoroughly competitive spirit. Carefully select times to be embarrassed. There's far more moe. It's for your sake as well, Kirihara. You're the sort of girl who's like a precious jewel. I placed one hand on her shoulder. Dookie? That sparkle surpasses the diamond, yet is sad, for diamonds are carbon to be burned up in flames. God damn! I finally understand how foolish it is to hold one's hard-earned wealth in diamonds. I pulled part of her hair up to my nose, and I enjoyed the fragrance. You have good and bad points. Please understand that, my wonderful maiden. But I get it. What? I don't really understand, but I get it. So now you know? I can't handle this, guys, man. This is too much for me. I think I really understand what the hell Taichi's complaining about. What the fuck? Even I feel it. Oh, man. This is the best. Her rather significant misunderstanding caused my mouth to form a question pronounced not unlike how one addresses an older brother. She slapped my back. She finds me moe? Someone such as I, Kurosu Taichi, who happens to be plagued by body dysmorphic disorder, is seen as moe? Can that be allowed? I say nay. Yay, Kirihara. I was kissed on the forehead. I'm not gonna make it, guys. What the hell is this? My excitement circuit shorted itself out. This must be a dream. This is too good. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. What the hell was this? This is too much, man. What the hell? She laughed innocently. This. Damn it! She's cute! I hugged her. Phew, I failed. But I won't be controlled anymore. Not I. Not by such onomatopoeic words. Toko imitated a cat by scratching my chest. At least my analogy was correct about her being like a cat. Yeah! I'm melting away. And thus a stupid couple was born. As I returned from the bathroom, I bumped into Tomoki. Tomoki!
太一
Ahaha, I ended up cutting class. These hallways feel like their own little world during class time.
虚しいからやめよう
Tomoki seemed dejected. Our negotiations have truly
気
stalled.
楽だな太一はもうサイコマンの続きは読めないんだぞ
A dry laugh. I see. I can no longer read ahead of him and tell him what happens next.
で何しに学校に
For one like myself who possesses an innocence license, I am automatically drawing out my mental void by repeating such forces of habit as going to school for the sole purpose of acting out the subtleties of a fragile teenage heart left behind in the world.
10代の先鋭的な部分ばかりにとらわれた思想だねまだ熱血甲子園くんだっていっぱいいるんだよ
This is a reference to the fans of the Hashin Tigers baseball team, which plays in the Hashin Kosen Stadium. To the people calling themselves postmodern, those questioners would be seen as humans who aren't worth observing. I flap my hands.
言えてる
Don't you mean wahaha? Dark humor. Try to tongue Tomoki likes that stuff.
太一のおかげで久しぶりに笑ったよ
It is a pleasure to be of service. How's the club?
つまみ食い大王が参加してないおかげで順調だよ
He means me.
太一のとこは明日になると思う
Understood. Thank you.
いいさ友情は見返りを
Nothing at all. We both presented sultry smiles, white teeth, and raised tongues.
そういやさ部活って出てるわけ
No, my participation was denied since I'm the grand king of stack stealing. And I believe you're the one who renounced me.
いやこっちじゃなくて
For a moment, he hesitated to say it.
屋上の方だよ
Ah, so it was Mimi senpai. Yeah, she doesn't come that much. A lot happened.
そうかまあその方がいいかもないいよ
You have to remember that in the previous route, this is the guy who broke the antenna. I still don't know about the thing about Kiri having a fucking crossbow, though. What the hell is that about? Tomoki turned around and walked away. He was acting strange. I wonder why. Okay. The screaming in my ears returned me to my senses. What?
ぼーっとしてた無視してた傷ついた
Okay, that's very interesting. So at least I know that he's reminiscing every time you see those brown when the whole scene becomes kind of brown, sepia or whatever. But I like how we now have a scene where he was brought out of like his reminiscing because he's walking with Toko. Seriously, don't I have the right to space out?
宮澄先輩のこと考えてたりとかして
I was thinking about the guy. Toko was enveloped in shock, or so it looked.
男やだこんなの
As if. That would be the worst. Although it's not necessarily wrong. Girls who dream should be careful with those dreams.
サンバカもいつもそんな感じだったらちょっとは夢があるのにね
What? Stop! Disgusting. A pure love story would. Invite Sakuraba. I think. Yeah, invite Sakuraba.
太一俺を本気にさせるなよ
Bro, our VA man. The majority of probably their budget was paid on this guy. Why am I thinking such disgusting things? It's a perfectly normal friendship. Friendship!
気色悪くないでしょ少なくともサンバカって見てくれはそれっぽく見えるもの
Toko, what the hell? What the hell are you saying, Toko? What the hell? Toko, what the fuck? Don't include me in that.
やだまだ醜いアヒルの子してるの
Shut up. That's a serious issue. I'm staving it off with self-depreciating gags. But it's true. There might not be anything wrong with my looks. But even if I know that, a reformation of my awareness can't be done that easily. Besides, Tonikaku, punishment for thinking disgusting things. I heard the onomatopoeia. Hey, look at his face. It's so JoJo. I gasped the hem of her skirt and held it at the top of her head. The disgrace this must bring to Toko is extraordinary. On a public road. Now, Toko, what will you do? What will you do? Serious samurai girl? Spoken like the next episode preview. In actuality, I prepared to be beaten. I even expected it. But instead... Oh. Holy shit. Damn, man. She just stared at me. Her face got a little scarlet. Her apologetic held hands made no serious effort to guard her scantiness. Yet I can see everything. Why aren't you...
だって誰も見てないし。
My lips shook. That's not true.
どうしてめくった方が怒るの？
You're supposed to go lamb at this part. Now show me your moves.
話してよ。歩けないわ。それに恥ずかしい。
Blushing. That's it? The girl nodded. A cry. Nietzsche once said, Toko is dead! Thanks, Nietzsche. I don't remember that part, but thanks for that quote. Nai. The individual known as Toko has not died. Toko and the quick-handed, competitive girl once thought to be Toko have been stripped of their greatest common factor. It means that a part of Toko's individuality has died. Toko has become real once again. But I like the Toko that was always scratching me. After all, that gave me the greatest sense of stability. Okay, if that's what it comes down to. Forbidden technique.
もう話してよ。スースーして落ち着かないわ。
I'll make the breeze even stronger. I'll make you unable to strip panties or even push napkins.
ちょっとこのまま引っ張るつもりじゃないでしょうね。
And then And thus we went to the Kirihara estate.
とりあえずこれだけ。
Just this. That's what she said. There were 3 bicycle trailers there. We pulled them along with Kirihara's huge RV. I can drive this. I've studied in racing manga. There's a big difference between watching and doing. A lot happened. Let's just say Toko was traumatized. She said they never got in the car with me. She said she'll never get in the car with me again. I felt the same way. Oops, I'm so glad we had our seatbelts on. Anyway, we got the car to around the vicinity of the Korosu residence. After that, we should have just carried the stuff. The distance was only a few hundred meters after all. Toko and I searched the trailer. I guess because Toko's a noble woman, she thought that these bicycle trailers were covered in women's bikes. So as the poor people's local representative, I fondled her breast with a vengeance. I got punched. It was a good thing. So we made 3 round trips with the trailers I found. We were dead tired. Then Toko's words beat me up even further. Her first words upon entering my room were,
何この物置。
Then I lost all strength and broke down to the floor. Bro, you know what? Maybe it should have been the other way around. You know? Maybe they should have lived in her house instead of the other way around. But whatever. I'm exhausted.
ありがとね。
You better be thankful. Well, mad, I complained to Toko. You're a descendant of a warrior family, so shouldn't you be able to do brute strength jaws like this yourself? Even if you play innocent, I can see your true self. Remove your mask.
女の細腕に何させようってのよ。 バカじゃないの？
Her mood appeared to have suffered a bit. Since Toko is snow, being nice makes her melt away, so she decided to never show her sweet face. TL note. This appears to be a reference to the kanji that Toko is written with, namely winter and child. Ah. I want to take a bath.
入れるの？
Oh, furo. Her face sparkled, however. As if we had that luxury, water is a valuable resource. That's what I'd like to say, but we can't.
本当？
I didn't think she'd be this happy. Have you not been showering all this time? Imagine that smell. Ponder that aroma. Synthesize the essence.
そんなことないわ。
Really? I edged up to her.
何を？
She edged away from me. As a smell maniac, I'm going to have to confirm it for myself.
嘘でしょ？やめてよ、来ないで。
With a laugh of a beast, I chased my prey into the corner of the room. I wonder what sort of wonderful poison you brewed for me. Here, poison is referring to a Japanese perfume brand, which happens to be the stereotypically attributed to girls working in bars and nightclubs. Her neatly arranged features warped as she turned pale. Oh, at least she's familiar with the term. I mean, term for that.
来ないで。それ以上来ると。
If I do, what will happen? How do you propose a single powerless child can resist against the great karate master Kurosu? I asked Toko with a gentle, manly, perverted tone.
大衆を嗅がれるくらいなら。
The sound of a sword being drawn.
切る。
Yeah! That's a demon Harakiri blade! I inspected all of her belongings. When could she have brought it in here? I couldn't have. Across time and space?
失礼ね。愛と今こてつよ。
Nagasone Kotetsu was a famous sword maker of the early Edo period. Many fictional swords are named after him.
無双直伝栄心流大なし。
In many Japanese disciplines in martial arts, ranks are measured in kyu for amateurs, dan for professionals. No dan implies Toko has relatively little training or practice. None?
取れるわけないでしょ。でも刀はいいからよく切れる。
Doesn't that go against the idea of iai? Iai are techniques for quickly drawing the sword, striking once and resheathing. In contrast, Bata Jutsu usually draws to perform several sword strokes before resheathing. Oh, so that's the difference of Iai and Bata Jutsu. Because I know they're both drawing techniques, but I didn't realize that the difference between the two is Iai is about just doing it once, and Bata Jutsu is several strikes before you put it back in the sheath. Oh, but because as far as my okay, so I don't really research about too much about like Kenjutsu, but like I thought EI is like a much more modern version of Bata Jutsu, but as a this is a subset of Bata Jutsu because I always thought Bata Jutsu is like the umbrella of art, umbrella of martial arts, using your sheath, drawing your sword from your sheath. You know, the most weeb shit ever. You know, Virgil's favorite attack. He's doing a lot of Bata Jutsu. Anyway, yeah, it's a peaceful path of self-criticism without killing or being killed.
生き恥をかくくらいならば、いっそもろとも。
Uetsu. Wait. A temporary card and turned American. Okay, I understand. I'll stop the pranks. Please, put that dangerous thing away. Togo's eyes were glinting. Truly a blade of madness.
嗅がない？
I won't smell. I'll lose my life.
でも。
You should know. 2 houses down from here, there's a place with a full bathtub. You can wash yourself there. Togo cautiously shuffled toward the door. She didn't break her stance. A spirit from the Sengoku. Okay, we know this shit. Oh no, okay, you guys, probably some of you guys don't. Sengoku Jidai, or the Warring State spirit, refers to a time when Japan was split into several tiny warring countries, roughly analogous to the Dark Ages of Europe. Roughly analogous. Roughly. I don't know. Dark Ages? I don't know. Anyway, that's why roughly. She shuffled backward into the hallway, then sidestepped to the right. See you later. Her glaring eyes disappeared into the hallway. 30 minutes later. Returned lively and animated. She bounced up to me, as if she washed away her murderous intent along with the dirt. Okaeri nasai?
やだ太一、ちょっと汗臭い。
I'll kill you, bitch!
汗くらい拭きなさいよ。もうだらしないわね。
As a boy with fetishes, I don't lay my hands on the girl with similar interests. But I will at least perform sexual harassment. Hey!
どうして怒っているの？
Are you asking me not to get mad? Just forget it. I'll go wash up.
いってらっしゃい。
She's enjoying herself there. When I came back, my room looked tidier. Huh?
おかえり太一。
What is this?
綺麗になったでしょ。二人で暮らすんだもの。片付けておいたの。
You're doing stuff? Mutsumi Obasan would do? I was shaking.
あんなに汚かったのよ。当然だわ。
She brushed her long hair to one side and let it fall, just like an Ojo-sama. I'm gonna do a McQueen run after this, I guess. Anyway, sorry. She had an aura saying, I really did it well. No, that doesn't matter at all. It's definitely gotten cleaner, but... Huh? I peeked down beneath the bed. Gone. My secret box! She must have seen the first one on top of my table. My desk. Women are known to do such things. But they're gone. Iranai. Hey, Kirahara. What happened to the new design books I had here? My makeshift tactic.
ああ、写真の載ってた本？
Yes?
焼いたわ。
With a shriek, I collapsed in a straight line downward. Then got back up. Burn them? I threw them away? Burn them?
なんか見てたらそうしなくちゃっていう気持ちになって。
You burned my academic books? Are you the Jade Emperor? Is this the Third Reich?
でもベッドの下に教えられていたからいらないのかなって。それになんか俗っぽい本ばかりだったし。
I'm telling you, those were academic books.
そうなの？
And Milos Venus, who did not physically desire the beauty at the origin of humanity, speak of this. Study the figure otakus who wish to love a sculpted girl such as yourself and learn some shame. I'm sure you guys know what the otaku means, right? I mean, you're watching this with me. You're watching this with me, right? So you should know what that means. Anyway, and then you shall lament. In the world of the 451 Fahrenheit degrees, at which books naturally combust. In other words, you shall fall into the burning inferno of hell. That's what happens when you burn academic books, you damn enemy of humanity. While spinning and spinning around, I struck my finger out at Toga several times.
そんなポンポン言われても、それに私だって迷ったのよ。でもなんか見てたらすごく腹が立ってきて。なんでも俗世間にはエロ本なるものがあるって聞くわ。
Oh no. It's over. It's over for Owl. It's over for Otaro. Shit, man. It's over for them. Anyway.
私はずっと女子校だったから知らないけど、男の人はそれを見て妄想するって。で もそれって不実だわ。好きな人がいるのに他の人を妄想するのは良くないわ。良くないわ。
Don't agree with yourself. Damn. Guess I can't win this.
そうね、過ぎたことだもの。
I'll rape you, you bitch. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? You just said it out loud. I'll rape you, you bitch. I was as honest as a true saint.
ねえ、そろそろお腹すかない？
I like how she just shrugs it off. I like how she shrugs it off when just like, are you getting hungry? You're not listening.
どうしようか。またじゃがいもにする？
No, today there should be. As we were doing
お
that,
ーい
a voice from
あ
downstairs.
の声。シマ？
It'll be a pain to explain, so please just sit still.
他の部屋見てでもいい？
Do as you wish. To the first floor. Receive goods from Tomoki. Food?
大事に食べるように。
Yeah, good work with the club. It must be hard, but the deceptive feeling that you're giving alms to people may ally you somehow. Tomoki had a tired
気
smile.
が紛れることだけは確かだね。
Returned to my room. Toko wasn't there. Ooh, coo, coo, coo. I naturally smiled. A clean room. Yes. It's truly refreshing. This order was obtained in exchange for the erotic erohon under the bed. However, Toko-kun, I. Those were dummy erotic books. Epic reveal. The true objects of devotion. They're hidden in a different place. From what I could see, it looked like her hands had not yet touched the cosplay outfit collection in my closet. You guys know what this is. Sumari, Toko's pedestal is still rather poor. Beta skill. Taichan for the skill to sense unhealthy behavior in objects, commonly found in teachers and other guardian-like women. Beta appears to come from the word smooth or flat. Betan? Okay. There's all of the women's underwear that's still in the dresser in Onachan's room, currently unknown. TL note continue. Taichi most likely equated flashetta to buzzkill when he coined the term. But flat is justice. Anyway, it works just fine for hiding tree leaves. Taichi is misquoting a Japanese idiom roughly, translated as, if you want to hide a tree, put it in a florist, by which he means women's underwear won't look out of place in the women's underwear drawer. And the goods so valued that they form a part of my soul are all... Whew. Not even a fully trained super ninja would notice. Look upon these amazing hidden safe in the wall. The utmost private space brought forth through the wonders of human architecture. I made it with the winnings from a bet Yoko-chan made with me some time ago in the foreign money. A water and fireproof hidden safe. Secret heaven. I rotated the handle embedded in the wall. I slid it to the right. The safe's entrance. The password wasn't recorded anywhere. It was in my head. That is to say, even Lupin would not be able to uncover it. 9911. The lock clicked open. I chose this number based on the kanji Taichi. Tai, many. And the largest number available was 999. Ichi, 1, so 1. With the wit mixed into this combination should make it harder to analyze than my birthday. I wrapped my fingers around the handle and opened the perfectly square door. It was empty. My soul! I was convulsing. Something came out of my mouth. Something. It was ectoplasm.
どうしたの？口から白いものを出して。
Ah! I regained my senses. Uga! I scraped together with both hands all that I engorged onto the floor.
吸い込んでいく。
Bro, that is Bro, you shouldn't have done that, man. Holy shit, man. Revival. I pose heroically. Yay, Kirihara. What is this? What happened to the contents of this hidden room? No. How do you even find it?
どうってなんか怪しいオーラを感じて探っていたら金庫が出てきてで太一って名前から予想できる数字を入れたら開いて
Genius better girl. The contents?
だから焼いたわ
All of them?
ええ
All of them? I asked twice.
ええ
You did this knowing that this small mysterious space was a part of me?
なんか女の子が縛られていたりスクール水着とか着てたりなんか変だったから特に念入りに焼いた
Very carefully.
安心してあんなものもういらないんだから
She chuckled.
レッサンのモデル私がなってあげてもいいわよ
God, I wish. And anyway, she doesn't understand. She doesn't understand. My soul, Tamashi, in flames. My soul, in flames. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, rust to rust, to soul. My soul is burning, burning. I don't really have any of the legends from E to A. Wait. His goes to S, right? Anyway, here is the first level of hell. Scorching, scorching. My soul! In flames. Your soul too, yours too. In flames. All together. Sayonara. At the end of my rap-style despair, I passed out with a scream like that of a Osamu Dazai novel. At the base of my consciousness, I remember what happened last year around this time. You know what? I have to call it in here. It's almost 2 hours, and it's way past my bedtime. I've been going to sleep very late lately. Good thing I'm working at home today. But man, I need to get some sleep. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I wonder if I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read later. I'm kind of excited, man. I like Toko's rap. Only because I like Toko, man. I'm freaking weak to JoJo's, man. Holy shit. Especially, like, she went full dead, man. I wasn't ready for that. What the hell? What the hell, man? Anyway, I'll see you guys. Ciao.